what's happening YouTube. So, not even within like a week of the Clippers playoff exit, like a Clipper rumor just already arrived already. And like you guessed it, Marcus Morris. Supposedly, the Clippers are like willing to ship him off for like an upgrade or something like that. So, I mean, I'm gonna just give my thoughts like before I completely dig in this video. So, like Marcus Morris, like in my opinion, like I think he's a pretty good player. He's a really good shooter. He's really strong. He can shoot the ball in the mid range. Like when it's good, it's amazing. It's hard to stop the Clippers, but when he's bad, it's just like real rough. Like he does have his swing factors, and we also have Rocco, who's like definitely a more consistent, a way better player than Marcus Morris, respectfully. Like no disrespect to Muck, I'm one of those Cooperson who have like a soft spot for Marcus Morris. Like I know there's like now like a growing proportion of people wanting to ship Marcus Morris because like his swing factors, like which is totally understandable, and especially like on his defensive end, like he would kind of struggle with it, and his when he's off on the offense, just it's not pretty. And also his reboundings, like it has some swing factors as well too. Considering like a big strong body like Marcus Morris, like if we keep him, I'll be really cool with it because he's a great veteran, like mentor for the locker room. If we trade him, be sure you get something good because Marcus Morris, in my opinion, he has really good value. Like I mean, he definitely has the his value is fairly high. Like if we do trade Marcus Morris, like I kind of referenced that like in my on the Clippers off-season review video. So like basically like I would say like the Clippers should be like more willing to mine gems from the NBA draft more than rather than just going to the trade market risking to give like more pieces and all that. So basically, in my opinion, if the Clippers want to trade Marcus Morris, I think I would most definitely trade Marcus Morris for like a first round pick, like probably like a late first round pick, because there's a lot of teams that would love to gamble on a guy like Marcus Morris. Like, and in return, there's definitely a lot of good power forwards. Two of them will be in this video. Like, that would definitely help the Clippers a lot, and that would definitely fit in the Clippers system. Like, so let's just dig in. So this is the NBA draft. So who I see the teams that would be like that would probably want to go for Marcus Morris. Like I said, trade Marcus Morris for like a late first round pick. So it'll be like three teams: the Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Milwaukee Bucks. And to a certain extent, if the Bulls are really like more willing, like probably even the Chicago Bulls, they're like top 18. But I don't, I would not really know if they would do that. But three key teams: the Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Bucks. I see all three teams willing to pull a trigger on a Marcus Morris first round pick trade. So first, I would say Milwaukee Bucks because like it's just because they're like in win now mode, and they definitely could use a power forward that could shoot the ball because their lineup would be like so Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis Antetokounmpo I guess will play the center or like the or sometimes the more like a power forward, or they would get Brook Lopez, and I guess they have Bobby Portis, so maybe they wouldn't do it, but I think there's still a pretty solid shot that the Bucks are willing to pull the trigger because Marcus Morris would be like a huge offensive upgrade for the Bucks compared to like Bobby Portis. Even though Bobby Portis is an energy guy, but Marcus Morris could definitely help them get the buckets, especially since the Milwaukee Bucks struggle in the 3-point shooting percentage, and Marcus Morris, when he's good, he can shoot threes, but he just has his like fair swing factor. But there's a fair chance that the Bucks could pull the trigger. Second team, I could see the Brooklyn Nets do it because the Brooklyn Nets, like the Milwaukee Bucks, they're both in win now mode. They're trying to do whatever it takes to get KD and Kyrie a ring. And the power forward depth, let's just say it's not the best. I mean, they got Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons is more like, I guess, kind of like the point guard or whatever. So if they do pull the trigger for Marcus Morris, it would definitely benefit them tremendously because I don't even know who's the Brooklyn Nets power forward. Like, to be honest, like, anybody in the comment section can, please, like, let me know who's, like, um, the Brooklyn Nets power forward because I don't think I honestly could remember the Brooklyn Nets power forward because if they do have the power forwards, probably they're not that good. I mean, I guess KD is the power forward, but I guess he'll be more the small forward. Like, think of this: Ben Simmons, Kyrie Irving, at kind of like at the two, because Kyrie's more of like a guy who gets the buckets, and while Ben Simmons will have to pass the ball. Or I guess Seth Curry, I guess, and then Kevin Durant small forward, and Marcus Morris at power forward, then center. Uh, yeah, I mean Nick Claxton, or they could, or oh yeah, they have Andre Drummond. My bad, I forgot. But Marcus Morris, he would definitely fit well with the Brooklyn Nets power forward like need, I guess, because like their power forward depth is not the most best because you would kind of have people like play a little bit out of positions. I mean, I guess KD could do fine, but I mean, I'm sure like the Nets would be like, why not go for Marcus Morris? Because Marcus Morris, like I said, he's a really good shooter. He's really good with his post fadeaways, and it it's like another win-win scenario if we trade with the Nets for Marcus Morris and their 25th first round pick. And last but not least, like the most realistic team that I could definitely see like trading for Marcus Morris would be nothing other than the Miami Heat, because Miami Heat, they're pretty good at reviving like players in general. And plus Marcus Morris, he reunites with his twin brother, and Marcus Morris, ooh, he would definitely provide the Heat with a lot of shooting. And then we also get the first round pick. So now that being said, let's just say like if the Clippers trade with one of these three teams, who should the Clippers take? In my personal opinion, I would want to take either Musa Diabate or EJ Liddell. So first player I'm gonna talk about is EJ Liddell, because EJ Liddell, as you can see in this picture, he's a really like strong, developed power forward that could definitely be a really good piece for the Clippers. Like if the Clippers manage to trade Marcus Morris for EJ Liddell, like EJ Liddell, if I were to give like a summary, he's like a really good glue guy. He's very athletic. He's a little bit undersized as a power forward, but like like a little bit undersized power forward has managed to succeed. He plays really good defense. His athleticism is really great. His jump shot is improving. He went from like his freshman year, he was like 19% from the 3-point line, and then to the sophomore and junior year, he's like 39% from the three, that is like really good improvement. So he shows ability that he can space the floor pretty well, and he's, like I said, he's very strong, and also he's pretty quick. Unlike Marcus Morris, like EJ Liddell, he's very athletic, very quick. Also, he's also a pretty solid rebounder as well too. So I'm gonna show you just basically some of his clips that I managed to catch from his highlight. So one of the plays. So hold on, let's slow it up. So you got EJ Liddell here. Boom. That, because you know how athletic I said he is. See that block? Bam. That really strong chase down block. And then another play would be Liddell versus Paolo Banchero, I think. Or no, not Paolo Banchero, my bad. But yeah, another ferocious block. Just and also that's Liddell. Just oh yeah, then he gets the rebound. Just really good take, really good take. Like he has the pretty good versatility. Like he basically is one of those that I could do it all. Like if I give like a little player comparison, I mean it's probably not gonna be good, but ironically it's gonna be a little bit of Marcus Morris because he kind of like he has that little post fadeaways and he's a bit streaky on a 3-pointer. And he's kind of like a little bit mixed with the Draymond Green, minus like the really good IQ, because Liddell's really athletic. Um, he could make smart plays, but of course, not proven to be as smart as Draymond Green yet. But like he's pretty quick, especially quick on his feet, and his athleticism is pretty strong. And then, oh yeah, this was on Paulo Banchero. Bam, bam. Wait, was it Liddell? Yeah, I believe it was Liddell. Yeah, that was Liddell. Yeah, a good block on Paulo Banchero, like who's like significantly bigger than Liddell, but Liddell with his 7-foot wingspan just took advantage and just managed to like swat the ball back to Madagascar. And then this is like Liddell just shooting his mid range, like that's just one of his post fadeaways, like boom, boom, boom. So shot creation just like rapidly improved, and that's one big plus. Like he's just one of those really good, great glue guys. Do it all. Now I said he could shoot threes pretty good, but I did not show it too much in the clip. Like he's basically like his spot up 3-point shooting is pretty promising. Like I said, like he's pretty versatile. He could shoot threes. He could play really good defense. And the best part is he could actually move his feet. He is very athletic. And like I mean, there's not too many weaknesses about his game. Of course, like maybe that he would not be like a premier all star like like a Michael Jordan, but he's a great glue guy. Like especially like how the Clippers is right now. He, in my opinion, he'd be a perfect system for the Clippers because think about it. Like what we like would play against fast paced teams like the Phoenix Suns or the Dallas Mavericks or the Warriors. Liddell would definitely help a lot with the power forward position. Like especially he would be defending the pick and roll pretty well, especially his athleticism would tremendously help as well too. And his rebounding is pretty good because he's a really like rock strong body, and he would most definitely help a lot against the Pelicans series, like, just for the reason that he is very quick. He definitely could contain a lot of players. Like that's one thing that Liddell is known for. Really good defense. Just a really good glue guy. Like like I said, he's a kind of like a Draymond Green type player, but of course not as good yet. But remember, Draymond Green was a second round pick, so like if the Clippers could trade Muck for Liddell, I'd go for it because we got younger, and it just brings a lot of energy. Now, second player who I would be really down for the Clippers to take for their late first round pick if the Clippers choose to trade Marcus Morris would be Musa Diabate. Now Diabate, like if you compare the stats to EJ Liddell, like of course it looks like Liddell just is way better than Diabate. But Diabate is a way younger player. He's a freshman. He's born in 2002, which is basically like 2 years younger than me. I mean 2 years like yeah, 2 years older than me. My bad. 2 years older than me, and basically he's kind of like Liddell. He's very athletic, but he's even way more athletic. He has a lot of more the upside. He's more raw, but he has more the upside. He has better length. His rebounding ability is fairly good as well too. 3-point shooting is also pretty promising, and he's just like very athletic. He's honestly more athletic than EJ Liddell, but he is skinnier than EJ Liddell, however, but he would also fit really good with the Clippers system just for the reason that like he's very quick and he's like he has the size. Like he could guard like 125. Like honestly. Like just because how quick, how long he is. Like imagine like 2022 draft, well, if we trade Muck for the first round pick, Liddell and Yannick Nzosa would be pretty dope. Yannick Nzosa is the guy that we should take for the second round, just in case if no one knows who Yannick Nzosa is. But imagine if we went with Diabate and Yannick Nzosa, that could definitely be a good twin tower duo. Like no one's gonna really score inside the paint. Like defense would just be on a whole new level. But enough talking. I'm gonna get into some clips that I managed to pick up. So this is one of his plays. Like Diabate, you see, gets a steal, that's a pretty good high IQ play, and boom, that strong dunk. Like let's just go back to slow mo. All right, let's go back to a little slow mo. Defense, boom, steal, and look for his size. Like he's 6'10". His ball handling skills is actually pretty unreal for his size. Like, and then he just goes up, boom. That athleticism is there. Let's just keep it straightforward. That athleticism is there. Like that's just some good athleticism there. Second clip. This is like his post game. So he has a really nice finesse. Like, bam. All right. So let's kind of slow it down a little bit. A little bit of a fake. Fake. Ooh. Another fake. Bam. And then just turnarounds. Boom. That's another really great versatile player for the Clippers. Another one. Another nice chase down block. Like, oh, my bad. My bad for this. Oh, yeah, sorry. My fault. Bam. Boom. That's a pretty ferocious block. Like, that could have been an easy layup, but Diabate just, boom, smacked it. And this is like his 3-point shooting, like his shooting form. Shooting form honestly looks pretty nice. Like the stat line doesn't look too pretty for Diabate. Like he shot like what, like I would say like 20%, but you gotta consider that he's a freshman and Liddell's already a junior, so like he definitely has upside. Like his 3-point shooting, like in my opinion, looks pretty promising, and if he gets developed, he could be a pretty good player, like a really great player for any NBA team, even like honestly an NBA star. Now, next play. So this is more like his little like finesse, like boom, midi. Like it's not just post moves, but he actually has a pretty good jump shot, like especially that mid range. Ooh, jab step, and then just boom, release, bam. And then this is just one of his little rebounding thing. Like I just added in just to show that he could rebound, but yeah, those are the two prospects that I'll be down if the Clippers trade Marcus Morris for like a late first rounder. I'll be down to take one of either of these two. Now, if you ask me who I'd rather take of either of these two, well, that's actually like a pretty fun, hard question. I asked one of my homies, Clip Ganger Don't Bang, shout out to you. I asked him that. He went with like Liddell, but for me, like I'll put it this way: if you want to play it safe, like if you want to just like kind of like win now, play it safe and all that. I guess it'll be Liddell because Liddell, he's more stronger, he's more developed, he's more ready to shoot the three. Um, just more developed in general. He's like an ideal glue guy. But if you want to go a high reward route, well, like it's still not really of a bad risk, but if you just want to go like a big reward route, I would go with like Musa Diabate because Diabate he's really long. He's more agile. Um, his athleticism is just like fairly off the charts, and he's incredibly versatile. Like, but I don't have a true decision. If the Clippers choose either one of them, I would not be mad at all. Like if they choose one over another, I would be chilling. If we take one of them, if we trade Muck for one of them, that would actually be pretty good. That would be a pretty smart long-term move, even to take either one of them. Honestly, personally, like, it's a pretty fun. That's actually a pretty tough question. Like, I don't have a true choice, but like honestly, I'm more the type who likes to take younger players, so I guess I would probably like roll the dice with Diabate because Diabate, from my perspective, just has that upside. Like it could be like a high reward type of thing if the Clippers do like trade trade Mark Morris for the first round pick and they just go with Diabate over Liddell. But if they go Liddell over Diabate, that'll also be a good choice as well too. Although I would lean Diabate, but because, like I said, Liddell's more rock solid. He's more like a safer pick. Like, he's just a great glue guy, like a Draymond type. For Diabate, I don't have a true comparison yet. I gotta think of it, but Clipper Nation, just let me know what you think about this uh, rumor of Marcus Morris getting traded. You think he's gonna get traded? You think should we keep Marcus Morris? What do you think of my little bit of a suggestion type thing? Like this is like just one of these another fun video I just decided to make. So just be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll most definitely try my best to get with y'all in the comment section. And as y'all know, peace.